What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of the SRL APAC for season number 3. We're here for round number 19 here in the Mexican Grand Prix. Quick reminder of the championship standings: 7 points between DRC Jared and New Zealand Ryan. We're still down in P15. Force India still lead Ferrari by 70 odd points, I think it is. And somehow Red Bull are still P7. To this day, I still don't know how on earth we're still P7. Considering I've gone through that many teammates throughout this whole season, it's not that funny. I also have a new teammate for this weekend, actually, in the form of Gold Power 89, who viewers will remember going back to the sort of TOR days. He was a driver back then, so pleased to welcome him to SRL, I think, for the first time. And yeah, he obviously, well, I assume I can't remember whether he's raced in the earlier rounds or not, I can't remember. But anyway, we're Mexico. It's not been one of my favourite tracks at all, and to be honest, yeah, I wasn't really thrilled about this track at all. I mean, the setup-wise, it was not going to be one of my best ones anyway, so I was just hoping to maybe just get a decent result for this round and just go into the final couple of rounds and just go out with a bang, really. Well, pretty much the majority of this whole rest of the season is just going out with a bang, but I don't know, Mexico maybe throwing the bin one. But just across the line, we set provisional pole for the time being, albeit early on with a 14.101, as we nearly have a moment there, as I almost didn't see Conrad straight there coming out of the pits. That would have been a little bit awkward there, but obviously Master Berserk got out of the way, and obviously we just got out of the road there of ECR Ricardo. But as we come into the pits, I think he actually come straight into the pits. He wasn't on a flyer. He was actually into the pits, and obviously he took out, I assume it was him that took out the speed sign coming into the pit lane. So yeah, certainly interesting. So I mean, yeah, just like I said, going out with a bang here, really. So of course, see qualifying on the first lap on the Hypersoft tyres, but second run I was planning to do ultra soft tyres, and if I didn't get a decent time on the ultra soft tyres, then I probably just go flat out and try and get pole on the Hypersoft tyres. Probably it is risky going on the Hypersoft tyres around here, because I mean, yes, the tyre temp upgrade has certainly helped.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 14.1.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the tyre temp upgrade has certainly helped things, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say really if Hypersofts will go any longer. As you saw there, my teammate is out of qualifying. There's actually Conrad who's had a spin there, just out of, where's that, turn 6, I believe it is. I don't know how on earth he'd spin there, to be honest, but you know, that's just me. Might have just got on the curb, or either in the entry of the curb or the exit of the curb. Who knows? It's either or. You can easily spin the car anyway. But see, the lap 2 really was just well, it's not really a throwaway. It's more of a warm-up lap, really. I mean, ultra soft tyres don't really switch on the first lap. I mean, unless you really warmed up the tyres quickly enough, then you could probably get away with just doing the one lap on ultra soft tyres. But it takes probably about a couple of laps to get going as we take the first chicane. Not the best, if I'm completely honest. It was absolutely a shocking run there as we head up now into turn 4, I should say, as we bit of a brake lock up. We just managed to get through the corner there, but yeah, time was sort of drifting away a little bit here. Wasn't actually too bad. Well, actually, when I say not too bad, it was terrible, really. We're down about 3/10 in sector 1, sector 2, about 6/10 down, and we are, I mean, slightly improving, but it's not really gaining much as we actually lose about half a second to our fastest lap currently. So you can see that DRC Jared's actually the fastest at the moment. I think he did that on the ultra soft tyres. I could be completely wrong there, but anyway, we continued on for another lap here just to see whether we can improve a little bit. Muck it up coming through the chicane, which is quite easy to do, and just turned in way too early, and obviously invalidated the lap time. But you can see here now just getting out of the road there of Laggy, who I think's just about to head off for his flying lap. I think he's on the super soft tyres actually. So anyway, we're sort of now aborted this plan of trying to go maybe start on the ultra soft tyres. I think majority of the field is probably going to start on the ultra soft tyres, but I've sort of abandoned this plan now that I had in place. So we're pretty much just going to go on the last run here.
So far, our fastest lap is...
Sorry, thank you, Jeff. As Hypers go on the final run on the Hypersoft tyres, we're just going to obviously wait a few minutes, obviously, so we've still got 5 odd minutes remaining, and pretty much a lap time around here is pretty quick. You can see about the 1 minute 14s, or I think Jared might be in the 1 minute 13s there. Can't remember from memory, but yeah, just sitting around, just waiting for the time to pass. You can see there Conrad absolutely taking a massive shortcut through there, but he didn't do it once, he did it twice actually. You can see here, absolutely biggest ever shortcut there. You didn't quite get away with that one, Conrad, I'm afraid. So the scouring eye of myself, I was all over that one, to be honest. So now as we head the pits now on our final run here, just obviously let HO go past there. I'm not sure, I think he was, I let him go because I thought he was on a flying lap, but I'm not really too sure. There's Neon Tridome off to the left there. I think he's either completed a lap or yeah, maybe backed out of it, I'm not sure there. But we get sent this out our final run here, which actually does turn out to be my fastest lap of qualifying. Did possibly hold up someone there a little bit in the background there. I think it might have been Conrad, to be honest. It was probably, so that's pretty much why I decided to just go straight away and hold up his lap. So I apologise, Conrad, if I did cause you any dramas in that lap, mate. But here we go through first turns 1, 2 and 3. It's a much better run through here. Now on to the second straight here. Get a lot of close to this DRS. Nice bit of slipstream there from HO. So cheers for that one, HO. So we go purple actually through sector 1 there with about a 1.126 of a second quicker than the previous time anyway, so definitely going to improve here. Now through this fast flying left, right, 7, 8, 9, and then turns 10, just holding it in 6th gear through here. Not running it very wide because you can easily invalidate your lap time. To come through sector 2, purple's again with about 2/10 of a second quicker, but not the greatest of runs. Now into the baseball section here. That turns 13 and 14. Probably wasn't the greatest run here, but now through the final couple of corners here, just giving an absolute haul here. Take the all here, come across the line, and we go back to provisional pole for the time being with a 1 minute 13.651. But it doesn't really last too long because New Zealand Ryan jumps to the top and DRC Jared actually jumps to the P2. So yeah. I probably knew it wasn't going to last very long. There's ECR Ricardo. That was a bit of an interesting moment coming out of the final corner there. Nearly went straight into the pit lane. Somehow didn't invalidate the lap, I don't believe. But anyway, that is what it is. So, like I said, Ryan gets pole again. No surprise. 13.323 on the Ultra Soft tyres. You can see we ended up in P3 on the Hypersoft tyres. You can see also, who else we got? Pomps for the win in P5. Master Berserk, great qualifying effort from him in P4. As you got my teammate down in P11. He did set those on Hypersofts, but he will start obviously on a fresh set of boots as Alan Hugo as well on Super Soft tyres. But we'll head straight into the race of it. Well, the start of for the strategy wise. Welcome to the grid. That's the interesting way to start. Anyway, race strategy wise, it was saying to me going for the 2-stop. I think it was going from Hypers, Ultras to Supers, but I was sort of changing it around a little bit here because I was tempted to try going from Hypers to Super Soft tyres. Now, you're probably thinking I'm well and truly crazy with going for this strategy, but I don't know, I was keen to give it a crack, see what the tyre, how long I could take the Hypersoft tyres for as long as possible, and obviously tyre wear is going to be a big factor as well. So it did have obviously the Hypersoft, another set of Hypersofts for a bit later on, and there is a possibility of rain possibly coming later in the race as well, which is going to be certainly interesting as we set off on the formation lap.
Launch map is good, but we need to burn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them, and on the tyres as well, please.
Thank you, Jeff, as always, as you can see here on the formation lap. So you see it's well and truly fine at the moment here, but obviously, like I said, that rain is going to be coming probably a bit later on. Not sure exactly when, because you never know in this game when it'll actually come. So we have to certainly keep an eye out for that. As we saw there, Warden got past us there on the formation lap. It's no biggie really, but he's just obviously having a little bit of fun there. Is Warden at the moment, and obviously this podium streak may still continue here with Force India.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Very interesting to see if this keeps on going. And obviously these two in front are battling for the championship as well, with only this round and Brazil and Abu Dhabi left. It's all on. So here we go. We're all set for Mexico. 5 red lights. Let's do it around Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, and it's a pretty decent start actually. Jared coming straight across here to the left-hand side. I'm sort of getting the slipstream here off Ryan here, and I'm sort of a bit boxed in there for the time being, so I've got nowhere to go here. But coming to turn 1, nearly slammed into the rear of New Zealand Ryan. That would have been very, very awkward there, I tell you. Especially nearly taking out one of the championship contenders, but you can see I've dropped a bunch of spots there, well, 3 spots to be precise. Now battling away here with Warden trying to hold him up here in positions. There he goes right around the outside on the super soft tyres. Getting a bit sideways there coming out of turn 4, but yeah, just managed to hang on just in front of Prez BC there, but yeah, not obviously the greatest of starts.
Okay, great start. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, obviously not the best of radio times. I've just got that message. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank God I've got the subtitles on. Otherwise, you guys and girls would have no idea what the hell he was saying. But obviously, we're in obviously real life comms. It can be a bit of an issue, and it certainly is around here in Mexico. But see, obviously, Warden probably doesn't quite have the pace at the moment. I was sort of trying to wonder what was going on here, but obviously takes the bollard out. So that's definitely one gone for this race. But he's going to come into the pit lane. Actually, is Warden. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe he must have got front wing damage or something, or I don't know what on earth was going on there, to be honest. So we do go to position back off him up into P6 now. Here comes Prez in the Haas. Going to have a look here down the inside of turn 1. Leaving the space there. I'm sort of a bit put off by him, I think, going into turn 1. Get a first 3-second time penalty, so doesn't really last too long. They're getting the penalties around this track, and obviously it is well known for corner cutting. And here comes Prez again up the inside here as we literally slide the car into turn 4. And just again managed to hold on here. Obviously, difference of tyres is certainly paying dividends, I think, for Prez at the current moment. But let's have a look at again the slow-mo, the replay at the start here. You see Jared was literally sort of boxing me in here. Like I said, I was getting the slipstream off Ryan, but I mean, literally had nowhere to go here. Now, I don't believe that was a plan, but you see nearly slamming into the back end there of Ryan. That would have been a bit awkward there, but whether Jared had that all planned out or something, I don't know. But yeah, certainly an interesting start. There's a replay on board here with my teammate. I think there's a little bit of drama in the background here. Be able to see here, there I go off to the left there. That was very close there between Gold Power and Warden. Coming through. Oh, big whack. Massive whack there. It was one of the McLarens. Actually, Alan Hugo, actually. So, no, that was a massive, massive whack there from Alan Hugo. So, yeah, it's definitely going to cost both of them in this race. Can't remember exactly what tyres Gold Power was. Gold Power was on, but you can see just sliding our way through here. We're on a couple laps later on lap 4 now. Under massive attack again from Prez BC, going to make him go the long way round here.
Turn up the engine to
Let's try absolute best. We just managed to hang on for the time being as he actually disconnects. So. Literally bad timing for Prez, unfortunately, which yeah, it's a bit of a real shame. There would have been a real good battle there between the both of us there, but obviously, I mean, just quickly getting back to what happened on lap 1. I mean, certainly don't blame Jared. I'm not trying to say put blame on Jared or anything for boxing me in there, but yeah, we'll just get on, we'll carry on with it. Obviously, he's battling over the championship, and I've got nothing to lose here. So. On to lap 6 we go now. I see obviously with the pressure off Prez BC, sort of did help a little bit here, but obviously a couple of laps later now, you see Neon's really starting to close in here, trying to break obviously the slipstream here as we take the racing right back here. So look up the inside there. I thought there was a little bit of a touch there on my screen, but I think that was a bit wrong. It was a massive cut the corner a la Max Verstappen. I think what year was that, 2016. So decided I was going to let Neon get the spot back here.
Gap to teammate behind is 4.5 9.5 seconds. A new strategy is available on the MFD. We're seeing major wing damage. Box, box, box.
Yeah. I'm literally just speechless here. I honestly do not know what the fuck's just happened there, to be honest. I mean, I was just trying to let Neon take the position back, because obviously I did make a mistake. Obviously we'll get a replay of that a bit earlier on, but I seriously do not know what I got to do to get some bloody luck. It's just not turning around at all. I mean, yes, I haven't scored points since, what was it, the last time? I can't remember what the last one. Maybe in Russia, possibly. I last got points, but I mean, yeah, that was just a point. But I just want some decent points. As to both myself and Neon's actually coming to the pits as well. So obviously not surprised. He's obviously got some damage as well. So he's gone onto a set of super soft tyres. We've gone on to a set of ultra soft tyres. So pretty much this one stop is now out the window now. So yeah, going to be a dead last actually. So here's a replay of what actually happened here. So obviously Neon goes with a big move up the inside there. Massive brake lock up there. Got put off by him big time there. So had to cut the chicane through there, and obviously nearly hit the wall coming out of it. So I felt it was a bit unfair. Obviously, got a 3-second penalty. So I mean, I was moving to the left, and then all of a sudden, I mean, Neon just
4.5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. Just have a look on board here with Laggy, who's actually, I think he's got a DRS failure.
DRS is stuck open. We need you to pit for repairs.
Yeah, he's got stuck open. Actually, has Laggy. So there's me in the foreground there. So obviously, I was moving over to the left here. Then I was going to obviously move to the left, just obviously because I saw Neon was going to go to the right. Then yeah,
okay, clear.
I'm just speechless. I just no idea what the hell was going on. I don't know.
Okay, this is Jeff.
Yeah.
I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
At this point, Jeff, the race is pretty much really ruined here at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect there. I mean, I don't know whether that was my fault or I don't know whether that was Neon's fault at all. We're both at fault, but whether
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
we get past, we'll try and get on with it as best we can. Obviously, Prez did not return, so his obviously AI cars obviously come straight into the pit lane. But I was sort of expecting maybe a bit of an apology from Neon, but I mean,
we'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I don't know, to be honest with you. What do you guys and girls think? Please let me know down in the comment section. Who do you think
expect to see some
was
rain
at fault
about 10 to 15 minutes from now
for that incident? But you see, just Jeff giving us the word there about 10, 15 minutes.
Tire update for you. Everything's looking nice and tidy on our end. Let us know if you start to feel any issues.
He said about 10 to 15 minutes for the rain to come, so pretty much just going to keep rolling ahead for now. And I mean, lap 16 got another time penalty.
The time penalty
number
for that
4
last incident. Our gap
for
to
this
the car in
race.
front is 9.8 seconds.
I mean, this race has just gone belly up, really. So anyway, you can see the car. It's just literally a handful now. This car. I was just literally over it. So
lap, then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
lap 17, obviously I've told the guys I'm going to come in to the pit lane and get off these ultra soft tyres, because I felt like getting onto, I think it was the super soft tyres, go to the end of the race. So I was originally obviously going to go, I'm like, I'll choose onto another set of ultras, but I mean the tyres are just all over the shop really. So
go.
Go to a set of super soft tyres. And I was just going to have a check actually of what tyres I think Warden was on. I think it was Warden mainly, because I wanted to know what tyres he was actually on.
See these tyres through to the end now.
So I wasn't sure, but obviously I think he started on super soft tyres, went to ultra softs, and then went back on another set of super soft tyres. But do you see lap
flag,
8.
blue flag.
This is obviously after the pit stop here, and the leaders have already caught
We're
up,
not
sort of me.
racing the car behind. Let them past when you can.
They've caught up to me, so I just pretty much decided I don't really want to do another lap around here. So I mean, I let mainly all the leaders go through there, and obviously now I am one lap down here. I mean, I don't know what else to say really. It's been an absolute shocking season, to be honest, in SRL. Don't know where to turn from here really. I mean, yeah, as you can see now, just going past obviously guys that are coming into the pits. It's a McLaren coming in. I think the Haas mate, I'm not sure whether it was actually Presence AI or Laggy's car coming in, but you can see obviously getting the blue flags here. So I just pulled off to the side here. Master Berserk is the car behind, so obviously I just let him go because no point really of holding him up there. And in a fairly decent gap.
Some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
They're still about 15 minutes away actually from this rain event that is coming, but no sign of it just as yet. Anyway, but set a personal best on lap 22. That was probably the best I could do really on this racetrack anyway. So 17.450. And don't ask me what the hell I was doing now. I mean, I think at this point I'm just there's probably just no point at all really, because I mean I'm not really by the looks of things where I am P13. I mean I'm not really going to gain much from this race anyway. So I mean I was just like, what the hell do I do here? As we get another time penalty. I mean this car's just an absolute handful really. So I had another look at the race director. I think it was the double check on what tyres Warden was actually on, and obviously again it said super soft tyres. So but lap 24 this is. I mean, I'm still sliding all over the place really. So as we come now through turns 4 and 5, just lose the backhand, and yeah. So nearly almost collide with ACR Ricardo. That would have been a little bit awkward there, but just see it's just an absolute handful really, and obviously just letting all the cars just go by, and yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a day really, because yeah.
You're both going to have to let the car behind pass. When he goes through, try to use it as an opportunity to gain a position.
Yeah, stupid 10-second time penalty there.
You've been awarded a time penalty.
I don't understand some of the penalties in this system anyway. For this game, not the system, but you know, in this game anyway. So yeah, basically what we're going to do here is just obviously come through the baseball section here, and we're just going to pull ourselves into the pits here, and eventually get myself over into the pits, and yeah, gonna go to the menus and retire from the session here. So we'll see you out in the paddock for the interviews.
I don't even think frustration's the word anymore. I just everything just feels hopeless. So you know, it's I honestly don't now where I am. I honestly don't see the point of coming on Sunday. I don't see the point of doing the next 2 races, because I haven't had a clean race all weekend in so long, and I'm not superstitious or any of this bullshit, but it's the car's cursed. It won't. I don't know. I got no more words.
Yeah, it's summed up nicely from Danny Ricciardo himself, and pretty much the exact same thing sort of happened to him at this racetrack here when he was back at Red Bull, obviously. So anyway. Thankful my AI car didn't affect the leaders too much there, which was fairly decent anyway. I decided to spectate, even though, I mean, I could have pretty much just like quit out of the lobby and just continued on with the normal life, really. But anyway, watch the rest of it on. So obviously Neon came in for a set of hypersoft tyres. Alan Hugo going for a really big gamble, going onto the intermediate tyres. It's going on to lap 30 now. See HO starting to close down here on that laggy person. There's a few raindrops starting to appear actually, so this rain is coming, but it is coming later in the race. Whether these guys can hang on for the time being until the end of this race on these tyres, or whether they have to go into the inters, as HO nearly has a moment there with Laggy, and thankfully I think he's got away with it. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's got any front wing damage, but you can see Laggy putting a heap of pressure here. Looks like, I think that's ECR Ricardo. Yes, it is. So I think ECR Ricardo's actually pulled the right-hand side there. Don't think he's actually going to let them pass easily. I think he's just trying to take the inside line there, but there you go. Laggy up into position 4. Next up for him, a bit further up the road, is Master Berserk, who's doing a pretty decent job, actually. He's actually up on the podium, which I haven't seen Berserk on the podium for quite a while now. Obviously, he's still getting used to the wheel, obviously changing from the pad to the wheel. It certainly takes you time, but it does eventually come. The results do come eventually. But there you go, there's HO up the inside here of ECR Ricardo, and just manages to get that done. It's on, where are we, on lap 30? We're still on lap 30? I'm not really too sure. Might be on to lap 33, actually. You see now these two are still battling away here as the lead, as Jarrett starts lap 34 now. So yeah, it is a couple laps to go here. So HO again. Going to have a look here on Laggy coming into the baseball section here at turn 12. ECR Ricardo sort of dropped away here, so not obviously quite capable in the wet weather conditions. Ryan's now bailed out of it, so he's gone onto the intermediate tyres. So taking obviously a big gamble here. Whether it pays off and we can try and get a bit of an undercut and maybe spoil the win for Jared is another question here. So obviously Master Berserk goes past because he's still continuing on, and Ryan ends up back in P3. So now in lap 34, these guys are literally just tippy-toeing all over the shop here. Yeah, there may be a bit of lag involved, but you can see now there's a few more guys actually coming into the pits. Warden's come in. My teammate, obviously Gold Power's now come in. So there's a few more guys. I think the intermediates are probably the way to go here. I think these guys are still going to battle away here on the dry tyres. Obviously, I think it's pretty even between these two. I think they're both on soft tyres, so they come through what's usually the fast left right-hander, but they're just literally going so slowly as HO again has another moment through the S section there. And he's lost ground, big ground actually, to Laggy, but there's Ryan obviously getting past Berserk. Jarrett's in, so, and just at the right time because DRS was disabled, so literally good timing there for Jarrett, so I think he'll still maintain the lead. We'll have to wait and see. I think Master Berserk's actually going to bail out as well and come into the pits. Yes, he is. So, I mean, no surprise there at all. But these guys, I was expecting them to come in as well, but no, they're still going to continue on here. So, at the moment, Laggy is going to be effectively on the podium, but whether Berserk can do something about that is another question. ECR Ricardo's gone past, possibly got front wing damage. I'm not really sure. But I think there was a swap there between Conrad and Neon Trito. Look at ECR Ricardo. He's off the road at turn 1. He's going to have to shortcut it big time there. These two are still battling away here as Master Berserk, as you saw, came back out in P7. As ECR Ricardo's days going from bad to worse. I think he's got front wing damage now. This will really affect him here. I think he's going to let Palms of the Wind go by. So the weather has certainly changed here, and I think it's definitely feels like intermediate tyres, I think. So I think the leaders have done the right thing. Not sure about the other two. HO's off the road again. So I think he may have tried another move, but didn't quite get it done as Berserk gets past ECR Ricardo, who's still struggling away on those tyres, especially in these wet weather conditions here. It's Neon and Conrad are battling away for 11th and 12th. As ECR Ricardo, he's off the road. So he cannot continue on these super soft tyres, I don't think, especially on the dry. So look at him, he's just literally sliding everywhere. I don't think he's got much of a front wing left, to be honest. So I'll be surprised if he does come into the pit lane, as these guys are still battling away here. But for how much longer? Because I think we are on the last lap as here comes ECR Ricardo into pits. I think it actually could be lap. It's either the last lap or lap 35, one of the two. Anyway, you'll be able to see it on your screen anyway. But you see, actually, he's got a 5-second stop-go penalty there for something. So now he gets on the intermediate tyres, gets a new front wing. As I think Albert Pom's made a little error coming through turns 4 and 5, I think it is. So Master Berserk's got by. Now, whether he can catch the two ahead, going to be interesting here because they are going to be battling a little bit here. As I think it is the last time. Actually, here comes DRC Jared's going to take the victory here at the Mexican Grand Prix as Prez's AI car has come in. New Zealand Ride does a very nice 360 across the line to come home in second. HO doesn't quite hold off Berserk, so he's got past into P4. Whether Berserk can get on the podium is another question. Where's Laggy in all of this? It'll be interesting to see. Look at him, he's sliding everywhere and coming into the baseball section. So he may cost himself a couple of more spots here as literally side by side. Oh, there's been a contact between those two coming across the line. But I think Berserk probably would have had Laggy, but Laggy's going to get P3 in the end. So just managed to hang on. A water grabs, I think, Poms. No, he doesn't. So there might have been a little bit of a bump and run there. I'm not really sure. Here comes HO across the line. As he's going to grab P6. We'll find out the full results in a second. Here comes my teammate coming across the line in P8. So pretty decent effort as looks like Alan Hugo's going to do a few burnouts and show off to the crowd here in Mexico, who I think are very appreciative of the great racing here around Mexico. And I think someone else, ECR Ricardo's joined in the fun as well. So, yeah, no surprise at all. I mean, these guys, I don't think they're close. Yeah, they could be actually. Yes, they are. So they still are battling for position. But ECR Ricardo slams into the wall, and I think he's got more front wing damage. So as we just waiting for those two to come around. Here they come. Eventually they will cross the finish line. They're going to do it in sync, are they? Here they come. And yep, there they go. So there you go. It's certainly an interesting way to finish this Grand Prix. But there you go. There's the podium. So DRC Jared, New Zealand Ryan, and to be Laggy. Yeah, it's a pretty fair effort. To hold off the fast finishing Master Berserk. Probably maybe would have got him on the final couple of corners had it not been for a little bit of contact. It could have Master Berserk, but in the end, it is what it is, really. Can't really change the results. So, yeah, great effort from Laggy. He managed to stay out on the dry tyres, but there's obviously the final result. So, see, I mentioned Jared, Ryan, Laggy. Master Berserk in fourth. Poms finished in fifth ahead of HO, who sort of dropped away a little bit there. Obviously made the mistakes. Warden in seventh. My teammate Goldpower in eighth. Alan Hugo in ninth. And Goldpower rounding out your top 10. And you got, obviously, the rest. Conrad in P11. It was Neon Tridome. And then Prez BC. And, obviously, myself rounding out your 14-car grid. Wasn't a big round, obviously. And, obviously, I was the only DNF. And, obviously, the big only disconnect was Prez. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the results table after this round in Mexico because it wasn't done after this round. So hopefully it gets done for the next round in Brazil. But I think Jared may have extended his gap a little bit, obviously, up in front. But it's going to be interesting these last two rounds. So anyway, if you did enjoy it, it was certainly a bit of an up and down race for well, mainly a down race for me. But anyway, if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, leave your comments down below. Please let me know what you thought with that incident with myself and Neon, who was at fault, whatnot. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more SRL content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. Of course, all my social media links will be down in the description. Plus, the links will be down there for the SRL, the website, the YouTube channel, and the Twitch channel. Remember, the live streams happen every Friday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I think it is, or daylight time, depending on when we're in daylight savings. But until I'll babble on, I don't want to really babble on for too long. But until the next time, which will be the penultimate round at the Brazilian Grand Prix, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.